Lou Armstrong is a former volunteer lifesaver and competitive ocean swimmer. He thought he knew what to do if he was caught in a rip, but a near fatal run-in with a rip current proved that thinking was wrong.
We're Lou and Robin Armstrong from northern New South Wales. We've been living here for 20 years. Most Sundays we head on down to the beach for a swim. It's quite away from the flagged area, but we've been doing this for quite a long time and we're quite familiar with the area. On this particular day, there had been quite a bit of rain around and the water was murky, brown, uninviting, but because we've been swimming here for so long, I felt quite comfortable with going in regardless. I decided to swim parallel to the shore, swimming south and go for a certain distance and then turn around and come back. Swimming south and had already been in the water for quite a few minutes having a good swim, so I'd used up a fair bit of energy. I suddenly sensed that I was in a different situation that I had never anticipated before, and there was a surge or a current moving off the shore, out away from the shore, which I did not expect. The sensation of that water flow moving offshore was like, it was powerful. It was like you were in a river. I'd actually swum myself into a rip current without being aware of it.
Lou Armstrong has accidentally swum directly into the path of a fast-flowing rip current. His survival now depends on how he responds.
At one point there, I tried to swim against it, which was a fruitless situation. It got me nowhere. It burned up much more energy of what I had remaining anyhow, and I changed tactic and tried to swim off to the side of it. With the help of a few dumping waves behind me, I managed to hold my position, but as soon as the wave had dissipated, I was in the same situation. The rip was still taking me offshore at a faster rate than what I could swim any direction to try and get out of it. I was exhausted, fatigued. I tried everything I could think of. None of my tactics worked. I was getting very short of breath. So I was at that stage that the only option I had left was to put my arm straight up in the air and hope that somebody saw it.
I was just relaxing on the beach reading my book, and I glanced up and I saw Lou wasn't anywhere in front of me, so I looked down the beach and I saw he was a long way out, and I realised something was wrong. As I was running out to him, I realised that the conditions were really bad. At the corner of my eye, I could see somebody charging through the waves. It was very dumpy and I could feel the pull of the rip, and it was quite terrifying. We both tried to get Lou in, and at that stage waves were dumping us and crashing on us. We got him on the beach and laid him on his side and just made sure that he was okay and he was breathing. While we were trying to help Lou, somebody had notified the surf club, and a surf licer came down in a rhino and came over and put oxygen onto Lou.
Some oxygen onto you, Lou. Okay, got your head, mate. Just relax.
ambulance is on the way. About 30 years ago, my brother drowned at Mermaid Beach. He got stuck in a rip and he wasn't found for 3 days. And I destroyed my mum and dad, really broke their hearts and broke my heart too. So I know what it's like for somebody to die that way, and I didn't want Lou to go that way, that's for sure.
On the beach, and definitely during my recovery, where I was thinking to myself, how did this happen to me? I should have known better than this. After all the time I've spent 20 years and 12 of them with Surf Lifesaving Australia and Nippers here and with the local surf club, I should have known better. But there I was in a situation that I never expected in a million years.
Lou Armstrong was lucky to survive. If it wasn't for the efforts of his wife and a stranger walking the beach, he would have perished in the rip.